Hey everybody, this is Unit 2, Formative 2, Day 4, Application of Absolute Value Inequalities. Okay, so really we only have one type of problem we're going to be looking at here. We're taking absolute values and we're applying it to a word situation here. Okay, so write an absolute value inequality that has -3 and 7 as two of its solutions. And then we want to graph our inequality on the number line. Okay, well, first of all, let's draw ourselves a number line here. And the easiest way is going to be to draw yourself a number line that actually goes from -3 all the way to 7. Okay, now to start this off, so we want -3 and 7 as our solutions, so we're going to actually show dots there, okay? And what we're going to do first is actually find the middle between -3 and 7. So to do this, we're just going to go one space on either side. So we're just going to keep jumping one space, and so our midpoint would actually be at 2. Okay, so our midpoint is at 2. Well, when you write this here, what you want to do is start with your absolute value of x. And we want to figure out, okay, how far do I have to go to get from 2 back to 0? Well, I have to go to the left 2, so it'd be -2, because you have to go 2 places to the left. And then those answers have to be less than or equal to the distance from the midpoint to 7 or -3. Well, that distance would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so the distance from x minus 2 to the midpoint, it has to be less than or equal to 5. And here's your inequality. And when it says graph your inequality on the number line, well, this is an and statement. Okay, so we just end up showing that the two dots are connected. All right, did you know that in September of 2013, iPhone sales actually outnumbered the sales of McDonald's and Coca-Cola combined? All right, so let's do one more example here. Draw yourself a number line from -10 to 2, because those are your two numbers you want as solutions. This is the exact same problem. We're just doing it one more time. -1, 0, 1, and 2. Okay, so draw yourself a circle on -10 and 2. And let's go ahead and find the midpoint. So we're going to go 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. And our midpoint is actually going to be at -4. Okay, so now we want to think, okay, how do I get to 0 from -4? Well, I have to go to the right this time. So now it's going to be the absolute value of x plus 4. All right, and that has to be less than or equal to the distance from the midpoint to the outside. So the midpoint is -4, so the distance from -4 to either 2 or -10 would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 places. Okay, so again, we did the absolute value of x, and then we want to figure out how far it took us to get from our midpoint back to 0. Well, I had to go to the right, so it's going to be +4. So that's why I get x plus 4, and then less than or equal to is always going to be, your sign will always be less than or equal to, and then 6 spaces. Okay, and then finally to graph it, we just take our white line again and connect our two dots because it's an and statement. So there is your answer. All right, make sure you took notes. We will see you later.